We just wrapped up 7 nights in a brand new type of Royal Caribbean suite, and honestly, it was a massive letdown. From terrible food and a dirty, smelly and dated cabin to the jaw-dropping price we paid for this so-called first-class experience. The new suite for me, massive fail. I would not book it. We're showing you everything. Plus we take you along as we explore some of Italy's most stunning ports, where we found some of the best food we've ever tasted. Let's dive in. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Well, ahoy there cruisers, and welcome back to another episode of Cruise with Ben and David, with me, Ben, and David behind the camera there. Yep, we're back on the allure of the seas. We're gonna go for some breakfast first of all in Coastal Kitchen. Now this is the suite only restaurant, just for guests in suites, as well as those who are very high up on the loyalty scheme, so Pinnacle members. They have done an insane amount of cruising, so they also get access as well. So let's get on, show you everything about our suite, the suite only areas, and our brutal review. And trust me, it isn't good, guys. We've got some major problems with this suite and the product in general. So join us, it's gonna be a fun one. Let's go.
Look at me, Mr. Fancy Pants, washing my hands, then going into the suite lounge. We got a green light, Ben, green to go.
So yes, welcome to Coastal Kitchen, all the way up on deck 17, guys. So it's a little bit of a trek. Our cabin's on deck 6. We're going to show you around it in a little while. This is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner every single day. Yeah, we've popped in our orders for breakfast. We've got some nice views in here, guys. It's a really nice panoramic restaurant. It's connected to the bar in the middle and the suite lounge. We'll give you a full tour, like we said, in a few minutes. But first of all, coffee, let's have a try of it. Missing that lovely French press on Norwegian Cruise Line, because this is looking like standard coffee. Yep, that's absolutely vile, guys. It's just the buffet coffee you get downstairs, not very good at all. We might have to go down and get a cheeky, nice, delicious coffee from Cafe Promenade later on. Oh, a little fly's coming to say hello. But yeah, we've got an exciting day today as well. We're in Naples, Italy, and we're going to be doing something we have never done here. So we can't wait to take you along for that adventure. Lots of food included in that as well.
So as you know, we're staying in a brand new type of suite that's just been introduced, and it's a Sky Junior suite. But when we got on board, our card was a C suite. Now, I'm not a, what's the word? I'm not bothered about looks and things like that. However, the problem was we couldn't get into this lounge, and a lot of the benefits that came with our suite didn't work. So we had the wrong card basically. So we had to go down and get that all sorted. And it was a little bit of a faff, but it got sorted anyway. But yeah, we had a little bit of a struggle to get in here, and there was a little bit of confusion about us being in here. And the guy on the front desk didn't really help us get in or anything. I was like trying to get in with my card and like shaking the door, and he just looked at me like I was absolutely blooming crazy.
He just ignored us, which was a bit strange, wasn't it?
Yeah, and every time we come in, it seems to be a bit like, are you supposed to be in here? Like, I don't know if it's because it's a new type of cabin or what's going on with that. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know.
So as you can imagine, that wasn't a very good start, was it? But hey, it is what it is, guys. We finally got in here. We got our access, which is really good, but we did feel a little bit out of place, to be fair. For breakfast, I went for the granola bowl, and it's just yogurt, granola, some fruit on top. The menus, if I'm honest, are not really impressive. It's very, very similar to what you get in the main dining rooms downstairs. I would have expected a slightly elevated menu compared to the other suites that we've done before. But the food's fine. Nice yogurt, nice granola, and nice views of the blue skies and blue sea.
And I went for my favourite, the bran muffin. You can get this anywhere on the ship, not just in here. They have it in Cafe Promenade, in the buffet. But it's just my favourite muffin, like the oatmeal raisin cookies that I love on the ship. This taste just reminds me of Royal. So good.
So guys, we've came into the suite lounge part of the suite only area. So for breakfast, I had the chocolate chip pancakes. Again, it's just very basic. It's not what you'd expect at a sort of elevated menu. Everything that we've eaten here, because this isn't our first day, I think we're on day like 4 or 5. So we've eaten here a fair few times now. It's been very basic. The pancakes were absolutely fine. The food in general has been okay. It tastes okay, but it's just not anything special at all. I could get this food anywhere at any of the complimentary included places, and probably maybe a little bit better. Like we showed you the buffet in last week's episode, the buffet is really good and a better selection. Anyway, here in the lounge, you also have a little food bit at the back where you can get complimentary coffees, teas, juices, water, and there's a selection of different things. So it's breakfast at the moment, so we've got some little pastries and some toast and things like that. And to be fair, it looks really good. But again, it's all exactly the same stuff that you get in the buffet. Nothing's been made just for the suite area, if you know what I mean. It's not items that are just available here. They are available everywhere else. So you do feel a little bit like, well, it's not really special, is it? It's not really great. which is a bit strange. But yeah, we're just showing you around this little area now with the lovely little comfortable seating. It's beautiful on an evening during sunset. Like I said, in the middle you've got that bar, then you've got a large coastal kitchen area. And I think because of the extra sky suites that they've added, plus they added quite a few suites in the retrofit, which happened earlier on this year, it feels very, very busy always in the restaurant area. So it's not quite a relaxing, chilled out vibe. It's kind of like, feels like the buffet almost. But hey, it is what it is. Now David's going to go and take us and show us the outdoor suite only areas, and then we'll give you a look at our cabin and you might be shocked. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your brand and share what you love online. One of the biggest things we've learned from running our channel is that people want more ways to connect and support the creators they love, and Squarespace makes that easy. With Squarespace member areas, you can create exclusive content for your audience, whether that's behind the scenes videos, travel guides, or even online courses. And you can build your online presence in no time with Squarespace's cutting-edge design tools like Blueprint AI, an AI-powered website builder that helps you create a professional-looking site in just a few simple steps. And instead of starting from scratch, you answer a few questions like what your website is for and what kind of design you like, and then it generates a fully custom website with layouts, content, and branding tailored to your needs. So if you're thinking of launching your own website, go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to publish, use our link squarespace.com/Ben and David to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So this is the suite only sun deck. It's a really nice space actually. Right at the top of the ship there's loads of sunbeds. There's like a little table area as well if you want to sit on a table. At the front there's some little booths that you can get. They're first come first serve, you don't have to hire them, and they're nice and quiet at the front. And then there's also a bar around the side as well. We have noticed it's not open that often. It is open during the day, but like later on in evenings and stuff it's not open. And also your drinks that you get included in the suite lounge you don't get included here, so you will need to either pay for them, use a drinks package, or use your diamond vouchers for that. But I think it's a really nice suite area. It's just a little bit strange it's not actually connected to the area over there, it's actually separate. But yeah, I like it up here.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get better suite areas on the brand new ships like Icon of the Seas and Star of the Seas and things like that, because they've been made with the suite product in mind. These have kind of been added afterwards as a kind of afterthought. But it is really nice to get somewhere nice and quiet, away from all of the hustle and bustle of this ship, because she's a big ship. 6,000 people, guys, it's a lot, so you can come here and relax. And to be fair, we found this area to be super quiet, which is really lovely indeed. We're just having a little bit of a walk around, seeing what's on and stuff. But yeah, the bar isn't open, which is crazy. It's now sort of like 5 to 10 in the morning and it's still closed. I think we've only ever seen it open once, so I'm not sure why it's not open, because the nearest bar to here is really far. So if you do choose to come up here and have some drinks and stuff, you're going to have to walk quite far for a drink. I'm not sure why it's not open. It should be open all the time.
These are the pods that I was talking about. They're really nice. They're kind of like a private cabana. There's no extra cost. They are just first come, first serve. These are facing the solarium, so it's much quieter this side. You do still have some music, but it's still much more relaxing. They're so lovely, and they're protected as well from the wind and stuff, and they've got quite a bit of shade on them. So these are definitely a great spot.
So the time has come, guys. Let's go show you around our junior suite sky cabin. Let's go take a look.
Well, let's show you around our cabin, shall we? We're in a sky junior suite. First things first, the room's massive, but we'll get to that in a second. So as we come in, some switches here. You've got a master switch. It's a very posh switch, guys. It's a master of the house, and all your light switches here. And then you've got the bathroom. The bathroom's massive for a cruise cabin. It's got a bath in here. How very fancy. It's also got a shower over the bath and a shower curtain, guys.
Oh gosh, it does look a little bit dated in here, doesn't it? We'll start off by saying the cabin hasn't had any updates in that massive refurbishment that we talked about last week.
Yeah, I think that is quite disappointing. It definitely is showing its age. They could have at least done some small touches to really improve the cabin, but it seems like they've not done anything to it at all. Bathroom is nice big sink, toilet, bath, what more do you need? It is still nice and bright in there, and it does look like the products have... Oops.
God, you can't take them anywhere.
It's jet lag, guys. And it does look like the products have been updated to some fancy Malin and Cortez products.
Well, it's what you find in all of a Royal Caribbean suite. So you get a nice moisturiser, shampoo, conditioner and shower gel, and a normal stick of soap.
That is rather lovely, guys. Very citrusy. Yeah, pretty nice bathroom there. Looks like the towels are new though. It does look like they've replaced all the towels.
Thank God, because nobody wants a grubby towel, do they, David?
They really do not, Ben. Here is a full-length mirror. There's your controls here for the air conditioning. All very old school. It's just a big old knob there, guys. And then in here, this is where I'll be sleeping like Harry Potter. But it's big enough because it's huge. Anyway, it's a massive closet space. It's just got tons of storage in here. Huge amount of hanging space and lots of shelves. That is basically a walk-in closet look.
It's massive.
Like Diana Ross, I'm coming out. Right. Should we show you the rest of the cabin?
Yeah, so walking into the main room, it is actually a really spacious cabin. Like we're going to talk about later on with the cost and stuff, we saved an absolute fortune by this because it isn't that much smaller really than a grand suite. Yes, a grand suite is a little bit more expensive, but we are the same class. We're still Sky class with this new class of cabin. So basically, apart from the Wi-Fi, we get every single thing they do, but about at half the price, and we still get just as much as a big room really. So one thing I've noticed about what David said, like in the big cupboard there, the big giant cupboard, Narnia, there is so much storage in this blooming cabin. It's ridiculous. You've got a tiny little safe that really isn't going to hold much. It'll probably hold my hand and nothing more. Maybe a little passport and some jewellery and money and stuff, but you won't get a laptop or anything in there. But so much. And there's secret storage as well, which I remember from our last cabin on this ship. Behind all of the mirrors, there's little bits of storage, and there's just bags and bags of drawers. So you could go on a really long cruise on this cruise ship and have no worries with all of your storage. But look, guys, it's the saviour of the cruise. It's my Hercules. I'm going to rub it like Aladdin's lamp and just fingers crossed something comes out, some coffee. We've got a coffee machine, which is fabulous. Coffee, which is replenished daily. You've got tea and creamer and stuff in there. When it comes to the PowerPoints on board the ship, no, I'm not talking about the thing that you make on a computer, the thing that you plug in, you know, the plugs. There isn't many. And that's one thing we were really disappointed about in the retrofit. So they've not added any USB slots. There's nothing near the beds whatsoever. So we recommend bringing some long USB cords. You've got to move this thing, and there are actually only 3 sockets in this room. You've got 2 North American and 1 European socket. So we recommend bringing some adapters. You can't really bring power strips anymore, especially ones with surge protection. They're kind of being banned more and more by cruise lines, including Royal Caribbean. So we recommend buying one of the little plug-in ones, which has multiple USB plugs on it, just so you can plug more than one thing in at a time, which is great. You've got a chair, which looks like it's done a few rounds with Mike Tyson. It looks very old indeed, and it looks like it's had a lot of people sitting on here because it's quite filthy. It is a bit disappointing they haven't changed some things in the cabin. It is what it is. Obviously, it would have cost them an absolute fortune to have done the whole ship, including thousands of cabins. We understand that, but there's no excuse for dirty furniture. We're in a suite as well. There's no excuse for dirty furniture in any cabin. The smallest, cheapest inside cabin. It's kind of not good enough, that, but hey, it is what it is. We've got some free water, 1 free bottle of water because we're in a suite, and we get 2 each because we are in the loyalty club as well. As we always say, sign up for that loyalty club because it is more than worth it. You've got a TV. Even in the suites, you don't get pay-per-view movies included in the price of your cruise. You've got to pay for them, which are $11.99 each. There are a few channels. You can look at your bill. You can look at the ship map as well. That's what we mostly use it for, to see where we are in the world. And what's really nice is that there's some literature, so you get some information about exactly what's included in your cruise, and especially on your suite, because some cruise lines are a little bit cloudy and a little bit mysterious and don't quite tell you exactly what you get being in a suite. Now, we're going to talk more about this later on, exactly what's included, because you do get quite a lot with Royal Caribbean, which is fabulous. You still get a printout of the cruise compass, which is basically telling you everything that's on the ship. You can also use your phone for this as well, and then you can book all of your shows. Like I talked about in the last episode, make sure you do this before you even get on the cruise. There's some big headline shows on board, including Blue Planet, Mamma Mia, the full West End / Broadway musical, which is fabulous. We can't wait to see that, as well as a big show in the Ice Arena and the Aqua Theatre at the back, as well as the comedy, because those comedy lounges are quite small. So make sure you book that on the cruise planner before you even get on the ship. We tried to do it on our app before we got on, but it wouldn't let us do it. But by logging on to Royal Caribbean on the cruise planner, it would do. So that's a top tip from us. But yeah, loads of storage. It's a nice cabin really, apart from it looking a little bit dated. Finally, on this side, you've got a little fridge, which has nothing in it, so you can pop anything in there that you want. Now, David's going to show you some of the rest of the room.
Over to the bed. It's a nice large bed. We always find the beds really spacious here on Royal Caribbean. The bedding looks a little bit old, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think this is new bedding. It's quite tatty, dated, and quite bobbly as well. So this looks like old bedding, and I don't think it's any different to the bedding that you get in the regular cabins. It may be, but going off from memory, it feels pretty much the same. We were talking about how it would have been nice if they did some small upgrades to the cabin. Changing the bedding would be a start, but also just changing these to have USBs in them would have been a fantastic little addition to this cabin, because as Ben said, there's no power points next to the bed area. The bed also looks a little bit old, unfortunately. It's quite sunken on each side, so we'll see how comfortable this bed's going to be.
What do you want to do the bed test, David, and see what it is like? Are you going to sink like the Titanic?
Sink or swim.
Or are you going to swim like Jaws?
I mean, it's fine. It feels comfortable, but there is a noticeable dip on both sides. It's quite a firm texture. The pillows are quite large and comfortable, actually. They've got quite a lot of plump in them. Maybe they've added new pillows. These are quite plump.
They might have had a bit of filler or Botox, maybe.
Plump. I love that word, plump.
Plump.
Plump. It's such a satisfying word to say. Plump. Oh, lovely.
But again, the lights look a bit retro, as well as the decoration behind you, David. I don't know what the squiggle thing is on the wall, but it's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just all a little bit dated in here. And it is a shame, considering the rest of the ship looks so fantastic and refreshed, that the cabins don't, unfortunately. They've not done anything to them at all. One thing I love though, it is just so spacious in this cabin. It is absolutely humongous. So you have a curtain that separates the bed space from the sofa area. Guessing this cabin sleeps 4 people. There is a bed that pulls down, and this sofa will turn into a bed. It's frankly horrendous green colour, and it looks quite tatty and stained as well.
It looks a bit theatrical, doesn't it, David? One singular sensation, every little step she takes.
Yeah, so it's a shame they've not replaced things like the curtain, because that has some very large questionable stains on it.
White stains, David,
yeah,
which is a bit worrying.
I don't really want to touch that, to be honest. I should wash my hands. Also, something that's looking rather stained and sad is the sofa. That's also got quite a lot of stains on it, and this little table area looks incredibly tired and battered. It really is a shame that they've not taken the opportunity just to replace things like this. They didn't have to rip out the whole cabin, but it would have been nice if they'd, removed the stains from the sofa for the $600 a night cabin. That would have been lovely.
Call us moaners, call us whingers. We spent a lot of money on this cruise, guys, like you will do if you choose to come on a cabin, and especially a suite like this. That couch is absolutely filthy. I do not even want to sit on it. It has got so many horrible stains on it. The state of that little coffee table is disgusting, and all of the stains on this, it is filthy. It doesn't even look like it's been hoovered in here. I just did the finger test, the one where we go through the whole room and have a look. It is filthy. It is absolutely covered with thick dust, which really, really is not acceptable. This is the equivalent of a very, very expensive hotel in a major city like London or New York or somewhere like that. We're paying a lot of money to be on board, and it needs to be better, especially in a suite. But like I said, even if this was in an inside cabin, the cheapest cabin on board the ship, there is no excuse for it being dirty and things like that. It's just a bit unfortunate, really, and we really, really hate complaining about it, because the last thing we want to do, because we know what will happen, is that the steward or the stewardess will be blamed for this, but for it not being clean enough, even though these stains have clearly been here for years. So are we going to say something? No, because we'll clean it ourselves. We've got cleaning wipes, which we always bring. It's something that we always recommend bringing. Some Dettol wipes if you're from Europe, or Clorox wipes, just because we like to give everything a clean down. But it's really unfortunate. It does leave a sour taste, especially because, like we said last week, this ship is beautiful. She looks so good now, and we're so happy to be on board, and we're so happy to see lots of the areas have really been updated to make it look a lot better than it did before. But it's just purely unacceptable. I can understand the oldness, the retroness, that's completely fine, but not dirtiness. That's one step too far. Dirtiness and uncleanliness is just not nice. It doesn't leave a nice taste in your mouth. It is what it is. Anyway, David, I'm going to stop whinging, because we want to keep things positive, because we are having a fantastic time. This won't ruin the cruise, but we'll show you around the rest of the room.
You could say it's left a stain on our experience.
It really has.
Yeah, we've stayed in quite a few budget hotels recently that look like they're in better condition than this and are a lot cleaner than this and significantly cheaper than this. So there's not really an excuse when you're paying these prices. Even for some of the lowest category of cabins, you'd expect better.
Right, David, let's stop whinging and have a look at the other side. You've
Oh,
got some lovely flowers.
Yeah, the flowers are lovely. I think they are fresh, actually. Oh, I don't think they are, Ben.
Oh, they're not. They've got. Oh, they're not. I thought they were. Oh, maybe they're not.
No, I think they are in water.
I mean, it adds
No,
it to...
it's not water.
Oh, it's fake.
It's fake.
Oh, I thought they were real. I was really impressed. My dreams. Oh, something just dropped on the
Something
ground.
just dropped out, but it's definitely fake.
Oh, that's a shame.
Right. Let's stop Mona Lisa'ing like everybody is probably saying in the comments and tell you about the door that is behind me. So this is a connecting cabin, meaning that you can book these two cabins together and have this door open if you're a family. It creates a huge cabin space. The only problem is you can hear every single thing that is going on. Earlier, Ben was stood over that side of the room and I was sat here on my phone and Ben said, turn your phone off. And it wasn't my phone, it was the people next door.
Yeah, I was trying to film. I thought you were listening to YouTube videos.
Yeah, and I don't think they were being particularly loud or anything.
No,
they were
not
just
at all.
having a normal conversation and you could hear every single thing as clear as day. So that's going to be interesting throughout the cruise. But anyway, let's have a look outside, shall we? Well, on a more positive note, this balcony is lovely. First of all, it's huge. It's a massive balcony space. You've got two sun loungers, and these are like full-length sun loungers. And you've also got a dining table with two chairs. This is a really nice balcony space, and it doesn't like this furniture outside is new and has been updated. But wow, very impressed with the balcony area.
So there we have it, our tour of our Sky Junior suite. A little bit grubby, a little bit grotty, but it's a nice space. We're super lucky to have such a large cabin on the ship anyway, and we'll enjoy it nevertheless after we give it a bit of a clean. But that's it. We're going to go back to the future now, because obviously this was filmed the first day we got on the cruise, because we want it to look nice and clean before we completely destroy it, unpack and make a complete mess. So we'll go back to future Ben and David.
Right, so there you have it, our cabin. Right, we're going to grab a coffee at one of our favourite places on the ship before we get off. Just because the coffee in that restaurant was so terrible, we're going to head to the cafe promenade on the park, because that's not the name of it. What's it called?
Park Cafe, David.
Park Cafe. And the Park Cafe on this ship still has the coffee shop inside, which is a great alternative to the cafe promenade. And we can enjoy this nature and be one with the birds like Snow White.
Oh. So if you haven't watched last week's episode where we talk about all of the new things on this ship because she's had a massive makeover, make sure you do. And remember that this suite experience isn't a reflection of our cruise and the enjoyment we've had on board. This is purely all about the suite experience, especially compared to all of the other cruise lines that we've done suites on. So remember that, guys. So when we're criticizing things, it doesn't mean we don't like the ship or the experience on board. It means that we have problems with the suite only things, which have cost us a lot more money, as we'll show you later on.
I just love the fact that they still have the coffee shop in there, because you can grab your coffee and come straight and sit out here in the lovely park.
How is it, David?
It is. Let me try it. Strong.
Good.
Just how I like it. I do get an extra shot of coffee in mine as well. Oh, did you feel it just kick in then when I said shot? It was like shot. There we go. I'm ready for the day now. No, I do like it. And the crew are always so lovely in there. They're always so friendly. And in Solarium Bistro as well, they're always very friendly in there as well. So yeah, I like it out here. I love Central Park. It's my favourite part of the ship. And it's very nice and sunny today. Just a great way to start the day, listening to the birds. Just uploading one of our episodes to our Patreon. So these are extra behind the scenes episodes that are exclusive, full length vlogs that we do just for our Patreon crew. So if you want to go and see more from the ports and the bits that we don't show on the channel, you can check out our Patreon. Link in the comment section below.
Yeah, now let's talk about the boarding experience, because with a Sky Suite and above, you're supposed to get something called priority boarding. It's not something that we saw at all in Barcelona, unfortunately. There was no separate line for suites. We did see one sign when we got into one of the long lines in Barcelona that said suites, and we told the lady that we were in a suite. She just ignored us and we ended up lining like everybody else, which is a bit of a shame. But something that I did receive from my lovely husband David is my oat iced latte with a shot of hazelnut, and this is going to make everything right in the world again. So let's have a little try. Oh, Honestly, I think the coffee that you pay for on Royal Caribbean is some of the best coffee I've ever had. It is really delicious. This is one of my favourite drinks, full stop. My little shot of hazelnut just makes everything lovely in the world. Cheers, guys. Anyway, now it's time to go get ready. We'll have a quick shower, get changed, and go and explore brand new places in Naples. I am so excited, especially for the Italian food. So let's get off and have a great day, shall we?
Well, we are off the ship this morning, right next to this big monstrosity that is the allure of the seas. And we're heading on another tour today. Oh, the weather, guys, it's hit and miss today. It can't make its mind up. One minute it's sunny and the next minute it's raining, so we're packed for all weathers. Let's go, shall we?
Holy limoncello, this place is absolutely bloomin' gorgeous. So we've been to Naples quite a few times, guys, and we've never ever been to the Sorrento or Amalfi coasts. We're doing both of them on this trip. So we met our driver and our guide, who is absolutely hilarious in front of the port. He's really funny. He's from the area and has been sharing all of his knowledge, everything from coffee to lemons. We've learned a lot, guys, but our first stop is Positano here on the Amalfi coast, and it is absolutely stunning. I can see why the rich and famous come and holiday here, because it is beautiful. We've got the gorgeous blue waters, the dark sand, which is from Mount Vesuvius, the volcano. That's why the sand is so dark here, and some gorgeous houses and vistas and mountains. It is just absolutely stunning. Now, if you're wondering how much this tour cost, it's a full 8-hour day, $212 per person. I found a very similar tour on the Royal Caribbean app, so the same cruise that we're on, $100 per person more for the most similar tour. So we saved an absolute fortune by booking it with the Shore Excursions group. We'll give you more information about that later on, but wow, this is legit spectacular. And the sun came out as well, so we're super lucky. Anyway, next stop, Sorrento.
So it was about a 20-minute drive and we're in Sorrento now. Honestly, I'm really gobsmacked by how beautiful this place is. It really does feel like a world away from Naples, because I might have mentioned it before, but Naples isn't my most favorite place. This is gorgeous. Honestly, you can just point your camera anywhere and take a really beautiful picture, because the buildings are beautiful, the flowers, everything about it is just stunning. Now, there's about 13 people on our tour group, so it's a really lovely sized group. It is a small group. We did book a small group tour, so that is a big tip. If you want to have a better experience, we do recommend the smaller group tours. We're feeling a little bit peckish. We're going to have a little bit of a walk around, taking a little bit more of the sights, and maybe look for some food as well.
I am absolutely thrilled we finally got here. This feels like, do you know, the authentic type of Italy that you see on movies and things like that, and in theme parks. It is just stunning. And what's really surprised me is that there is so much fruit growing everywhere. We've seen oranges and lemons and olive trees, and apparently that's down to the volcanic mud from the nearby volcanoes. And it just seems so green and beautiful. We have to try some limoncello. We have to try some lemons. Apparently the gnocchi is very good. Our lovely tour guide has gave us loads and loads of recommendations of where to eat, and most importantly, what to eat. Yeah, we're going to have a great day here and just take in this beautiful, beautiful part of the world. It's really gorgeous.
I am famished. Even though we ate breakfast this morning, Coastal Kitchen, I could do with some more food, and when in Italy, why not? We came to the Terrazza del Serena, the Serene Teneris.
The Terrazza del
Serena. It's got a gorgeous view. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but when you're in here, this view is amazing, and we're right next to the edge as well, so we've got an uninterrupted view of the ocean. There's even a Regent 7 ship in the background. How very posh. We can admire it then. We can look but not touch, because it's very expensive, Regent 7 Seas. But we've popped our orders in, and I'm very excited.
This view is so dreamy. Like David said, the Regent 7 ship, you tend to get the smaller luxury cruise lines can actually come into, well, much closer to ports like this. But yeah, this is gorgeous. This is really, really beautiful. I can't believe we've never been here before. I am so excited for the food. It's going to be a taste sensation for one's mouth. Viva la Italy. That's French. Oof, delicious.
To start, we got a caprese salad to share. It looks beautiful, and apparently the mozzarella, you've never tried mozzarella until you've tried it here, because it's the best in the world apparently. I have had mozzarella at home, but the tour guide just laughed. He went, nah, it's not good mozzarella, so let's try it. That is the best mozzarella I've ever had. It's like salty and creamy, and the tomatoes are really delicious as well. They're not sour, they're not sweet, they're just perfect. Oh, that is really good.
Oh my gosh, just look at the size of that tomato, guys. Have you ever seen a tomato that big? Now, our guide was telling us how the mozzarella is made in these hills, so the cows are actually up high in the mountains and the hills here, and they make the best mozzarella in the world. So I'm going to get a bit of that tomato on there as well, a little bit of the leaves. Oh, it smells so good. I know it's cheesy, but I'm crackers about this. It is delicious. I've had mozzarella a lot of times, but never like this before. It's so tasty. It's like being infused with flavour. It doesn't even have any sauce or anything on it. Those tomatoes are crunchy and delicious and not sour, but they have a little bit of a bite to them. Absolutely wonderful. And I just can't get over this view. I feel like I'm in a Julia Roberts movie. First I've got to eat. Does it mean that I've got to go pray and love later on? Who knows?
Oh, this looks amazing. I've got the cheese ravioli, so it's stuffed with that mozzarella that we had at the beginning. The sauce looks a stunning red colour as well. Looks fabulous. Let's give it a go, shall we? Tuck in. Oh my God, the cheese is just like getting squeezed out of there. Pasta, al dente, cooked absolutely perfectly. That sauce is so rich and sweet and delicious. It might be the best pasta I've ever had. Of course, we're in Italy, it's going to be, isn't it? But oh, I could just drink up that sauce, and thankfully we've got some bread left, so I'm definitely going to be dipping it at the end.
Well, when in Rome, I had to go with the potato gnocchi. We were recommended by our guide again as well, and I really do like gnocchi. It's like little potato dumplings. Right, let's go and have a little try. It looks stunning. Wow, look at all of that cheese, guys. Oh my gosh, I need to take a Lactaid after this. It's a lot of cheese. Shut the Vatican door. That is absolutely delicious. The cheese is so yummy and so sweet. The gnocchi's perfectly cooked, not too hard, not too soft, really, really tasty. I think the cheese is making the dish, guys. I really do. It's wonderful. Gorgeous, having a really lovely meal. It's probably going to cost us a fortune because obviously this is a very touristy place. We'll let you know at the end. But I think it might be worth every penny. Now and again splurging. We can go to McDonald's when we get home, can't we? And eat on a budget. Oh, guys, I'm absolutely stuffed. That was wonderful. Altogether, it was about $69 or about 69 euros, which I think for two of us, including bottled water, a Diet Coke each, an espresso each, we had an espresso, and a dessert at the end as well as a starter. That was fantastic. The dessert was really wonderful. It was a lemon cake. It was juicy, delicious, so lemony, I can't even explain it. And the coffee was legitimately like rocket fuel. Now, that's cheaper than a specialty meal on board Royal Caribbean and most other cruise lines at the moment. What are cruise lines thinking? It is absolutely ridiculous. The prices are going wild. They've doubled, somewhat tripled in the last few years. Yep, I know I'm having a moan here and I really don't care about it, but it shouldn't cost me less in a really touristy area to have a beautiful 3-course Italian meal than it costs me to have an Italian meal on a cruise ship, even not in Italy, in Giovanni's or somewhere else. It's crazy, it really is, and it makes us realise, wow, are we wasting a lot of money by going to specialty restaurants all of the time when we can eat at a fraction of the price on land? They're going wild, they really are. The prices are getting out of control now and we want to do everything we can to help save you money. Anyway, we're going to go and explore this wonderful place, having the best day here in Sorrento, feeling incredibly lucky to be here, and I can't wait to see more. Let's do this.
Honestly, this place is just absolutely stunning. I think Ben mentioned earlier, it feels like it in a movie. It really does. I feel like I'm in James Bond or something like that. But what Ben was saying about the food, do you remember, guys, when it used to be like $25 for Giovanni's table? Does anybody else remember that? And that's what we used to pay because it was always just like a cover charge rather than a whole really expensive meal. And I think you could get the 3 dining package on Royal for about $80 back in the day. And I say back in the day, that was like 6 years ago when we started this channel. Crazy to think how much the prices have gone up since.
Fun fact, guys, and you're completely not going to believe this, but our tour guide is called Luigi, and our driver, guess what he's called?
It's a me, Mario! Woohoo!
We are living our Mario Kart dreams. How hilarious is that? I don't think you could get any more Italian if you tried. Hilarious. We've been given 2.5 hours here as well, so we've got plenty of time to walk around and explore, which is just great because we're just enjoying it. And I can't believe the weather either. It was so miserable this morning and it's came out so beautifully. So thank you, Mother Nature. We really appreciate it. Praise to you.
We keep passing giant tour groups from the ship, so the Royal Caribbean tour groups. We're joking that it's like a parade of miserableness because everyone just looks absolutely miserable. And the groups are massive as well. We've just seen a group that was huge and everyone has to have earpieces in because obviously there's one tour guide and a coach load of people. And it looks like they're not getting much free time to like wander around and things, whereas We've just got time to do what we want. Tour guide gave us his phone number as well, so we can text him on WhatsApp if we have any questions while we're having a look around. Much nicer experience being in a small group. I'm sweating now because we're just waiting to the limoncello shop and they do free samples, and they're giving us 2 of everything, 1 for me and 1 for Ben, but Ben wasn't drinking it, so I basically had double of everything. Oh my gosh, I've got a little bit of a sweat on now. The limoncello was absolutely delicious. They had all different flavours, like ones with condensed milk and stuff, which I've never tasted before. But we've got some little sweeties instead for the family back home. And it's time to head back to the bus because we've got Pompeii next, so let's head there now. Might have a little sleep on the coach as well because I'm a bit tired after that food and that drink.
Right, let's go, David, off to Pompeii.
We need to hurry up actually, we're running behind.
Today we're stepping back in time nearly 2,000 years to an incredible city called Pompeii. We're in one of the most mind-blowing places we've ever visited. It's not like visiting some dusty ruins. This feels like someone has just hit pause on history. You can literally walk along the original Roman roads, see the shops, homes, and even fast food places. They called them Thermopolia, basically ancient McDonald's. The level of detail is just insane. There are frescoes still on the walls, mosaics on the floor, and even political graffiti. Romans were a cheeky bunch, and the size of it, it's blooming huge. You forget this was a real thriving city with over 10,000 people before Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. Some parts hit us hard as well. The casts of people who didn't make it. It's a sobering reminder of just how quickly life changed here. To stand here surrounded by all of this history with that volcano still looming in the distance, it's surreal and awe-inspiring. It's one of those places that makes you feel small, but also incredibly lucky to witness something so powerful and yet still so intact. If you ever get the chance to come here, guys, it's absolutely crazy. It's like walking through history. It's just insane, and I'm so glad we got to see it. It's been a great moment. We got to see it very briefly a few years ago, but we only lasted about 20 minutes because the weather was so bad here. It's been such a fantastic tour. Our guide has been absolutely amazing as well. We've had such a fun day and seen so many things that we haven't seen before, even though we've been to Naples loads of times before. If you're interested in booking a shore excursion with Shore Excursions Group, make sure you check out our link in the description section below. We really highly recommend them. We're not sponsored by them, we're not paid by them. We just have an affiliate link, so we get a little bit of cutback every time you book at absolutely no cost to you. Right, let's get back on board and experience that sweet life, shall we? Feels a bit strange after what we've just seen, doesn't it? But hey, life moves on, unfortunately. So we're back in the cabin, guys. One thing about Royal Caribbean that's really good is that they really know how to deboard and board a ship in ports on embarkation day, things like that. They are always so smooth compared to some other cruise lines. Now let's talk about the cabin. We're all dressed and ready for this evening. It's actually Royal Night tonight, which is the posh night. Now when it comes to formal nights on board, it's never too serious on Royal Caribbean, which is what we like. So if you want to dress up, you can do. If you don't really want to dress up, you don't have to. And if you really want to go really informal, you've got all of the quick service dining venues, you've got the buffet and stuff like that as well. So there's no pressure, which is really nice. Now the cabin, I'm just going to make it short and sweet, guys. We knew that they weren't going to do full refurbishments of the cabins. And what I'm about to say, this is just about the suites, is not a reflection on the rest of the ship, the cruise ship as a whole. We have really enjoyed Allure of the Seas. We highly recommend her. She's a fantastic ship with loads to do. She looks amazing since her refit, but these cabins are poor, especially for a suite. Yes, we get a little bit more extra room, but apart from that, it's just not been a nice experience. It's dark, dank, it's smelly. The whole deck smells. We're on deck 6 and it's a smelly deck. So every time we walk into the cabin, it smells. I've woken up in the middle of the night a few times. For some reason, I can smell really strong food as well as a sewage smell, but like really intensely strong. But it's not nice. It's been a dirty cabin, as you saw at the beginning. It looks horrible. I don't want to sit on the sofa. Like, I'm not prim and proper and really precious about these things, but you expect a cabin to be number 1, clean, and number 2, just a comfortable space to be in, and it's neither of those things. I think it's been pretty poor, actually. It's dirty, the stains just about everywhere. It doesn't feel clean. It feels very dated. They could have at least put in a few PowerPoints, guys. It's been absolutely impossible to charge our phones on a night, which is incredibly annoying. The curtains are dropping to bits. The bedding's just not nice at all. It feels very cheap. I would be disappointed if I checked into a 2-star hotel and it was like this, let alone a suite on a world-class cruise line. That's how I would put it. It wasn't a cheap cruise. We'll fill you in with how much it was later. It's not a cheap cruise, even if you're not staying in a suite. But I would expect the cheapest cabin on board. So an interior cabin somewhere noisy to be better than this, if I'm honest. Yes, like I said, the space has been nice. The coffee machine has been nice, but the water's never been refilled. We were just on Norwegian a few weeks ago, and this is purely comparing to all the other suite products with Norwegian, Princess, lots of other cruise lines that we've been on, lots of them. Disney, we didn't get a fruit bowl apart from 2 chocolate strawberries. That's all we've had all week. I know, hashtag first world problems, but you get these things on every cruise line, every other cruise line, so we have to compare it. Anyway, we're going to go up for a drink in the Suite Lounge before dinner in Coastal Kitchen, and we'll let you know exactly how the food has been on board this cruise. So let's go, guys. Feeling a bit hungry now. Still got to say, that lunch in Sorrento, oh, beautiful. Nothing's going to beat that, and I don't think Coastal Kitchen will. And I said Sorrento, the place, not Sorrento's, the pizza place, which, to be fair, isn't that bad.
So we're on deck 6 and the Suite Lounge is on deck 17, so it's quite a way away. However, we are actually at the correct end of the ship, so it is just straight up the lifts and you're in the suite area. It is quite a walk, but it's not been a problem for us. It's been fine actually, but just do bear that in mind that you're not within the suite area if you're on this deck. However, actually, we really like the location of our cabin on deck 6. It's really handy for everything along the promenade, so bear that in mind as well.
Guys, look what I've just found. I found a little ducky duck. So people hide these around the ships these days. David found one just above the little, oh my gosh, we're not even moving, guys, and I'm falling over. It's been a long day. But yeah, there's little ducks. I'm gonna go hide it somewhere else. I'm not gonna keep it. But yeah, how cute is that? Quack, quack. Right, we better go and get a drink before dinner because we are running late. Let's do this, David.
Oh, that is so cute. Oh, Ben, it does have a name on it. It says Missouri, USA.
Missouri, David, it's a place. It's a state.
Missouri. Sorry guys, I'm really dyslexic. I struggle with place names, especially in America. We met a couple the other day from Arkansas and I thought they came from Arkansas. Sorry, USA.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's like climbing blooming Mount Everest. It's 11 floors, guys, 11. But one good thing about that, like David said, it gives us some exercise so we can eat more yummy treats, which aren't plentiful, like, you know, but still, we can have a few cookies, which is good, right? Yeah, so guys, at least watching our channel, you get the real side of cruising, not just the glamorous side, with us flapping our hair in the wind and enjoying cocktails at sunset. This is what it's like to climb 12 stairs. Anyway, we're here. Let's go.
So we just came into the Suite Lounge for a quick drink before dinner and also just to look at this view because it's gorgeous outside, guys. This is one benefit of the Suite Lounge is the windows are massive, so you get some great views, especially if you're in port as well. And we're looking at Naples today, which is yes, it is Naples, which is very, very lovely. I had to second guess myself there. Well, I got myself a drink. I got myself a strawberry cooler. It's on the non-alcoholic menu. It's one of the mocktails. I do like how they've expanded the mocktail menu and it's a lot bigger. They also have some lovely snacks as well, so I've got myself a couple of snacks, just pre-dinner snacks, you know, to warm up the tummy. My mum always said that's what you do before a big meal, you eat some more food, because it warms up your stomach. I don't know if that's true, is that an old wives' tale? Probably is. Should I try my cooler? I don't feel like drinking tonight, we walked a lot today and I feel a little bit dehydrated, so... Oh, that is sweet. Jeez, thank goodness next week I've got a dentist appointment. Very delicious, but very, very sweet. I'll also try the olivey snack because Ben's not a huge olive fan. And I got some olives and cheese because we're in Italy. So cheers to you, Italy.
It looks like the flag.
Very lovely.
Yeah, so the snacks change throughout the day. So basically at breakfast, you've got some breakfast snacks. During the day, it tends just to be some apples and cookies, and that's about it. Obviously, like we said earlier on, you've got the coffee machine there and juice machine. But one thing that's really nice about staying in a Royal Caribbean suite, obviously a Sky suite or above, that's how you get access into here, is that basically all day long you get complimentary drinks. So you get sodas, wines, and beers. And then during dinner, you get the same as well, which is really good. So that's all day long. And then I think from 5 to 8 or 5 to 7, there's the cocktail hour or cocktail 2 hours. So you can come and get cocktails, any of your choice, which is really good as well. So it means you don't particularly have to have a drinks package. Yes, you've got to traipse up to deck 17. You don't get that in the little bar in the suite only area though. You only get the complimentary drinks here in the suite lounge. So do bear that in mind, which is really nice as well. I've just went for a Sprite Zero at no extra cost. So I guess every penny counts. Cheers, guys. So we're just going to have a little drinks, watch the world go by, then go grab some lunch or dinner.
So we have got our seat for dinner and we have the menu, and I'm just having a little peruse of it. I'm not loving the menu tonight, guys. There's not really much on there that I like. It's strange because the main dining room has the Royal Night menu with like lobster on it, but We just have a menu that we had 3 nights ago, so it's a little bit strange that we're not getting like a fancier menu for Royal Night. It's just the regular menu. Thankfully though, there is the classics. I think I'm going to be choosing from that tonight. So they're available every night. So that is handy to know because I can just choose from that.
One thing that is good though, that most nights the menu does change, because on some cruise ships that doesn't happen. So if you're staying in the Haven on Norwegian Cruise Line, that menu stays the same every single night. So we do like the fact it changes every day. But I've got to say, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the ambience of the actual restaurant. There's no tablecloths, so it feels a little bit informal, almost like a diner or like sort of a mess hall. It doesn't have the sort of refinement that we've found in other suites. Yes, I know guys, I sound absolutely ridiculous and far too posh for this, but do you know what I mean? It doesn't have the same sort of feel and refinement. And we'll talk about the food in a little bit as well, because we have some thoughts about that, guys. Obviously, we're known for our food. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look at the menu and pick something to eat, and we'll let you know how it goes.
So the bread courses came out. This is my downfall. I've probably said before, but bread and cheese, oh, they're my downfall. The bread course is actually quite nice. You get a different selection of breads, but Ben and I always fight over who gets the pretzel bread.
Oh, it's so good.
It's the best one. We always share. We split it in half and share. You get butter and 2 dips. The dips don't change, so one is like a hummus and another is an olive dip. The olive one is quite lovely, actually.
1 hour later.
So we finished dinner in the coastal kitchen. Now we did want to film the whole thing, but some people were sat right next to us and we didn't want to disturb them. That's the last thing we want to do, is chatter into the camera while people are sat right next to us. But we do have some notes about the food. It's just been really mediocre. It's only slightly better than the main dining room, and compared to all of the other cruises that we've done in suites, it just isn't a patch. We have to say that our server though and the serving team in there have been really, really good though. We've had really lovely service from them. Nice and kind and lovely, and get everything that we need and all of that sort of jazz. During that meal, we actually created a whole mourn wall. So it was like a domino effect. Everybody was mourning about the same thing. David had the risotto. Everybody was complaining that it was way undercooked. It was really chewy and horrible. I had the beet salad, which was really, really dry. It just wasn't nice. And then my pork loin was just like a sloppy mess. It came with no carbs like David's meal didn't either. So he had a piece of fish that he said was really dry and just came with no carbs whatsoever, which was really sucky. And then for dessert, we had the chocolate bar, which everybody was complaining about and sending back. I felt a bit sorry for the servers, guys, because a lot of people were complaining how chewy and soppy it all was.
I agree with everything you said. It's been pretty poor and mediocre at best. Main dining rooms on other cruise lines are better than what we've been eating in Coastal Kitchen. And even on here, the main dining room menu tonight had lobster on it and felt a little bit more elevated than the one that we had. You've also got the buffet as well. It's a pretty solid selection actually. It's got pretty much everything you need from a buffet. Different types of food, salads, burgers, all that kind of stuff, lots of desserts. And to be honest, a lot of them desserts we kept seeing in Coastal Kitchen as well, in the little buffet section they had up there. So it's a really good buffet selection on here.
Oh, but to fix all of that, guys, you can't beat a lovely sail away, can you? Especially with my new friend here, and at sunset, watching Italy, waving goodbye, the beautiful light hitting off the water, a Ryanair plane going over, probably back to the UK somewhere. But yeah, it's really lovely. It is a gorgeous night. Overall, it's been a pleasant cruise. I'm just feeling a little bit sour that we paid extra for a suite when it's been so poor, when we could have booked a much cheaper cabin. We could have booked a balcony cabin. If I were to do this again, I'd probably book a balcony cabin and book the ultimate dining package, which was about $250. That would be my recommendation. Don't book a suite on this ship anyway. That money would have been so much better going in other places, because we found the specialty dining to be fantastic. If you watched last week's episode, you would have saw that. It was so good. The food was really, really good. So we could have saved nearly $1,000 each just by booking the dining package. So I feel like I'm a bit stupid for booking that anyway. But yeah, the new suite for me, massive fail. I would not book it. It's not been a very good experience, suite side. Oh, he looks like Blum and Cleopatra, doesn't he?
Oh, bring me some grapes, Ben.
That's all right. I haven't got any grapes.
Anyway, should we tell you how much we paid for this cruise? So, this cruise for both of us, total was $6,400. I'm almost stuttering saying that because that is a big amount of money. That works out at $914 per night, which is incredibly expensive, and more expensive than some of the recent suite experiences that we have just recently taken. It's actually
much more expensive.
Yeah, it's more expensive than the Norwegian product we did, and you can get much better value for your money on other cruise lines such as Norwegian, Princess, MSC and Celebrity. I am really shocked how much we paid for this cruise, and really thinking about it, if you're going to come on the ship, don't do it in a suite. It is a big waste of money, and if you do want a better experience with the restaurants and the suite only areas and things like that, just look at other cruise lines because you can get much better value for your money. Right, we're going to go and see a show tonight, and it's almost showtime, but we've got a little bit of time between then, so we came to one of our favourite places. This has quickly become a new favourite bar on Royal, the Pesky Parrot, but this time we've sat outside because we like to nosy and people watch. So nice out here, it just adds so much life to this ship, it's fantastic. So the show tonight is going to be Mamma Mia, one of my favourite musicals. I am a dancing queen, and it is fantastic that it's the full-length production, and that's one thing you get on these big ships is the productions are amazing. So the shows in the theatre are fantastic.
Yeah, we went to see Blue Planet the other night as well, which is the other production show, which was really good as well, guys. But yeah, I've got to say, all of the additions again to this new ship have been so fantastic. It's just a shame, like we said, we don't want to spend any time in our cabin. Our cabin is our haven where we like to do lots of work and stuff whilst we're filming and on ships, but it's just not been a pleasant experience to be in there. Now, when it comes to priority seating, that's a thing that Royal Caribbean Sea you get when you're in a suite. It's been really bad. So the priority seating on this ship, all of the areas where they've saved the priority seating is like right at the back or in the corner of the theatre or at the side of the arena, the ice arena. So it doesn't make any difference at all. The priority seating isn't any good. It used to be when you were in the ice show that you were sat right in the centre and towards the front, but now they've moved the priority seating to way at the back in the corner. So it's another thing which has kind of been taken away from you for paying that extra money. It just leaves a bit of a sour taste in your mouth, really. So I know we're mourning, guys, but we're just trying to keep it real. These cruises are so expensive and everybody's paid so much money, so much of their hard-earned cash, that it's super important you make the right decision. I can't say it enough. When the buffet is looking better than the food that you've had in a suite, it's just not good. So save that money and use it somewhere else. Maybe do something amazing in port. Buy yourself a drinks package. Like we said, get the specialty meal package because the food's been so good. So you can save that money and go on more cruises. That's what I would like to do anyway. Anyway, let's go do it. We're going to go see Mamma Mia. It's one of my favourite musicals and I still can't believe it's on a ship. So let's go see it, guys.
That was such a good show. And I still can't get my head around. It's legitimately the West End Broadway musical on a ship. Full-length production, intermission, cast are amazing. The whole thing is exactly like it is on the West End because we have seen it before. The sets, the costumes, everything, it is incredible. And I love it so very much. I wish that we had another day because if it was on again, I'd go back and see it twice.
Oh my gosh, got such a massive smile on my face after that, guys. The entertainment really is unrivaled on Royal Caribbean. It's one of the reasons that we do keep coming back and back, even though we complain a lot about things, but we have very high standards and we cruise a lot. But yeah, an amazing cast, super, super talented. The sound system's really good. I think they've replaced it all since the refit, so it just looks and sounds really, really good. Feeling very happy. We're going to grab a tea from Royal Promenade and then head up back to the cabin. David, what was that? You're going to grab a cookie from Royal Promenade, you cheeky muffin?
I said I'm just going to... No, I'm getting a cookie, not a cheeky muffin.
Oh, jeez.
I said I'm going to have a look at the cookies. If they've got an oatmeal raisin one, it'd be rude not to, because I don't know what they put in them. I think cocaine or something, because they are so addictive, the oatmeal raisin cookies. Look at us, cup of tea in bed, Ben, showing our age there.
I mean, it is after 11 p.m. though, David, but I have to say, entertainment all around the ship. They've got live bands just about everywhere, loads of trivia and stuff. We've complained about that sort of stuff in the past, guys, but on this cruise, it seems to be really, really good. It's one of the big thumbs up from us, and yeah, makes us happy to see lots of live entertainment.
Oh, no. It's a little bit too far away. Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely cream crackered today. That really took it out of me today. I've got myself a nice chamomile tea, the world's biggest chamomile tea, because I used a diamond voucher, so he got me the biggest one possible, which is absolutely boiling hot. I just burnt my fingers, Ben. That's hot. I'm just gonna chill out now. Nice wind down. What's your wind down routine? We like to watch TV on a night when we're in the cabin. I know that sounds weird, but we love it. Just coming in, watching TV, having a cup of tea. Ben's running himself a nice bath, and we're gonna have a little chill out. I'm just replying to some of our lovely people on Patreon. Come and join us on Patreon. We give you extra episodes that are completely exclusive for patrons, full-length vlogs and behind-the-scenes videos. We give you a monthly video chat, advert-free videos. So we put all of our videos up completely advert-free. So I'm just chatting chatting to some people on Patreon, because we also have a little live chat as well, and replying to people on Instagram and stuff, and just relaxing. One good thing is the Wi-Fi's been really good on this ship, so it's been pretty good actually. We've really enjoyed it. We've been able to watch TV on Netflix and stuff like that. Ben, don't move.
Guys,
Smart on your head.
You've probably got a few questions right now. Like, what is Ben doing? Well, I've got my microphone on, kind of like musical theatre style. So it's like on my head, pointing down, just so I don't get it wet from all the bubbles. And I'm trying to place the bubbles very carefully so you don't see something you don't want to see. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us. Now, I do love a good bath in a cabin, so that has been one of the positives out of this, guys. Like everything, we try to look on the bright side of life. It's not the end of the world. I'm just a bit peeved off we've spent so much money on this and it hasn't quite lived up to the expectations of other cruise lines and what they offer. But you know what? I've had a really fantastic cruise. We've been to some amazing ports and done stuff that we haven't done before, and that's always really, really lovely. And like I said earlier on, we've met loads of really lovely people as well. So thanks for saying hi, everyone. And the cruise been lovely as well, and I'm very happy with the ship. So we are going away with some very lovely memories. Do hit that subscribe button and the like button, because next week we've got a huge treat coming up. We're going to Tokyo Disneyland, and trust me when I say this, that it was one of the most incredible experiences we've ever had. So make sure you tune in next week. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching. We appreciate you so much. And I guess that's it till next time. Happy cruising, or happy bath with Ben. We'll see you next week.